Yo, yo, what up? It's your girl Joy, the Hip Hop Power Fund, and this will be your Uranus in Taurus tarot reading. All right. What's going on, people? So, I decided to do Uranus in Taurus, even though Uranus has been in Taurus since 2019, okay? This is a generational planet, and the transits last 7 years. And Uranus will move on to the next zodiac in 2026. And so since we're right in the midst of it all, I figured I'd do something a little more out there, so to speak. Uranus is one of 3 generational planets, along with Neptune and Pluto, because of the length excuse me, of their transits. Pluto can go up to about 32, or I believe it might be even 36 years. And Neptune is about 9 years or so. So that is why those planets are generational, because obviously, you know, different generations have time to make changes. If you're born around the generation that I was born in, you have Pluto in Scorpio. And if you are like me, you was born during that Pluto retrograde in Scorpio, okay? It's deep, okay? It's deep. So we are just going to talk a bit about Uranus. And Taurus is an earth sign, mind you. But Uranus rules Aquarius, which is an air sign. Now, earth signs usually... I'm not going to say they don't get along with air signs. They just find them kind of interesting, just because some earth signs have trouble imagining things beyond as they appear to be. And you know, Aquarians are air signs. They can imagine things in the future. They can imagine things in the past and are very inventive and unconventional. And earth signs are very, well, Taurus is a fixed earth sign, okay? So to change the mind of a Taurus, it takes, you know, a little coaxing. What else? Uranus is associated with the 11th house, and Taurus is associated with the 2nd house. So check your birth chart and see what signs you have in those houses, and also check where Uranus is and see what planets you have in Taurus, okay? Today I'm going to be using the Radiant Rider-Waite Tarot, Rider-Waite-Smith Tarot. And I feel like the Astral Soul Tarot Oracle deck has a few things to say. So, you know, for the past month or so, all of October, I used a lot of my unconventional tarot decks. And so I thought I'd get a little practical and tap into Taurus with the traditional Rider-Waite Tarot and tap into some inventive, unorthodox energy with the Astro Soul Oracle deck, okay? I'm here, Frankie's here, we're all here, and we're gonna get started. Now, like I said, the Uranus in Taurus transit started in 2019, and I don't know about you, but this spiritual journey began for me at 2019, and I have Sagittarius. Uranus is in Sagittarius, excuse me, in my natal chart, and things have definitely been fast and furious and enlightening and freedom. It's all about being free to explore spirituality. I'll say it like that. I will. Ah, Six of Pentacles came out. Okay. Freedom to explore. Some earth signs, specifically Taurus, if you if they feel like their thing or something they care about is in danger, that, okay, is when they will make their move. They might come off as passive, but if you mess with, something they care about, that's when a Taurus will give you those bull horns, okay? So just be careful, okay? Let's see what we got. Seven of Swords in reverse. Four of Cups in reverse. Ooh, Death in reverse. And Ace of Wands. Ooh, I told you Uranus takes how many years? 7. And here we are getting the Seven of Swords in reverse. We are no longer sneaking around or hiding what we're thinking. If we are unhappy, we are going to do something to change and transform that in an attempt to inspire us to shake up the status quo. Seven of Swords. I mean, that's basically, that's it, in a nutshell. But this Seven of Swords here, you are leaving 2 swords behind. So essentially, you're only carrying 5 swords, which is the change. You have to be the change you want to seek. Okay, and it hurts sometimes to leave things behind, things that we've known our entire lives, the way we were brought up, the social standards and those things. But you have to leave those things behind. And like I said, you don't want to leave those things behind, but there is something new that is being presented to you, and it might not seem worth it now, but it will be in the end. Once you have, or the collective has ended and put those previous thoughts and ways of societal programming to the side, what happens? This flag here, it gets ripped off, and this is what you have essentially. Okay, the flag is on a wand, and this is the wand without the flag. Okay, the Death card came in reverse because it is a lot of inner transformation, and this is a collective reading. I mean, all my readings are for the collective, but this, because we're talking about Uranus, a generational planet, it is definitely a collective reading here. But this Ace of Wands is challenging authority. Okay, the Emperor also came out in reverse. This is how it looked on the table. The Wand is the only card that came up in the upright, okay? Because you have been given the power from above. Uranus was discovered in the 1700s, not late 1700s, 1780, 81, about that time. They initially thought it was a comet until they realized that it was a planet. And so on the table, this is what it looks like, okay? The Emperor in reverse. They are facing, okay? You are facing a challenge. And it's not anything that you can't handle, okay? People challenge authority every day. Kids challenge their parents. Frankie is challenging me. Okay, that is just the stage that he is in, testing boundaries. That is what it's about. How far can you go? Okay, how far can we go as a collective? The Emperor represents Aries, so a ram and a bull. Think about it. They both have horns. All of this is reverse, reverse, reverse. Ace of Cups in reverse, King of Cups in reverse, and Four of Pentacles in reverse. Okay. A lot of tears might be shed. And this cup here, you see this W here? In reverse, it is a M. Okay? For whoever that resonates with. But we are given an opportunity to raise the collective consciousness as far as having compassion for others. Okay? That is why the cup is in reverse. You want to be able to give that to someone else. And the King of Cups, right after the Ace of Cups. So that is basically kind of a, what is the term? When you learn something fast. Not a shortcut. I'll get to it. But the King of Cups, you go from the Ace to the King. You go through the entire suit, crash course, okay, in compassion. That is what we are getting right now. A crash course in compassion. Because this King, he still has his one cup. This is still the Ace of Cups. He is just holding on to it ever so tightly. Okay, his throne is in the middle of the sea. And in the back here, you have a fish. Pisces, going with the flow, going with the current. Okay, and then here you have a ship. Okay, the proverbial ship is coming in. And on the Two of Wands, I believe, or is it the Three of Wands? There are ships coming in. Okay. Ha! I never noticed this before. The other fish is on the chain. On the King's gold chain. Okay. Instead of a Jesus piece, you got a Pisces piece. That is the fish that would be going against the flow. That is why the King of Cups is in reverse, because the generations before this generation that is coming up now, it's not that they don't have compassion, but it is limited, I will say. Compassion is only extended to those who they feel like deserve it, which is why your Four of Pentacles came out in the reverse. People are being greedy, and holding on to the material things and practical ways of, I will say, exchanging ideas and love. Earth signs, when people think of practical or material or physical, they might think money or physical body, but it is basically your basic needs. Do you have shelter? Do you have food? Do you have water? Do you have a social group? Those are practical things in life that we need to survive. And generations before us, I'm not going to say the powers that be, because we all have the power, Ace of Wands, they're withholding those things. That's why you still have low income families, poverty, homelessness, people who don't have access to health care or education. Those things are being withheld by those who lack compassion for others. And that is what this generation is here to fix. We are actually in the midst of, we're right in the middle. It started in 2019. It is 2021. We're 3 years into a 7-year transit. So we have 4 years to go. It's the end of 2021. So We are getting into that fourth year energy. It's basically our senior year, okay, of this Uranus transit. It's our senior year. We're going for the graduate level studies, okay? Graduate level studies. Everything is still coming out in reverse. Whew. Lots of court cards here. Knight of Cups in reverse, the Moon in reverse, and Knight of Pentacles. This is, I know a lot of you might be watching this reading like, what does this have to do with me, okay? What can I do? I can't stop, nationwide hunger or nationwide poverty. But what you can do is offer the cup that you have. This Knight of Cups, he is no longer the king, okay? He has the fish on his garment, on his armor. And sometimes people have to come down, okay? You have to bring yourself down a little bit. And remember that you were once one of those people who needed food, clothes, shelter, education. Your parents or someone provided that for you. It might have even been the government, okay, for some of us. And then you have the Moon, Pisces energy. Revealing to us that there are two sides to every coin. And the Death card, which represents Scorpio, came out. And in the Moon card, sometimes there is a scorpion here and sometimes there is a lobster here. You want to eat steak, shrimp, lobster, okay? You want to eat good. You have to be compassionate and share your, I don't want to say things, but your material abundance with others. And I mean, material abundance could just be running water. That could be electricity. That could be a food basket. Now it is the holidays and a lot of people are so giving. They want to donate. Local community organizations will pay utility bills for people. Pay somebody's electric bill. Okay. Even if you only can afford pay 60 to 50 bucks. It's worth something. It's the 50 and 60 bucks that family or that person does not have. That is why the Knight of Pentacles is coming up. Share your wealth. Offer up what you have to others. That's why this Knight came out upright. Right under the Four of Pentacles, you got the Knight of Pentacles. So instead of being greedy and holding on to stability, you need to go out in your community and share the wealth. Donate old clothes to someone. You don't necessarily have to give it to the Goodwill or the Salvation Army, but I'm sure you know somebody that knows somebody that knows somebody that knows somebody who needs it. Pick a name up off of that Christmas tree at the mall or whatever shopping center and get some toys or some clothing for the young people. There are coat drives. It is getting cold. Work at a shelter. Do something to give back to your community. That is compassion. Stepping off your high horse and coming down and doing something for people who do not have it or are unable to have it. A lot of us in our community, we can't get resources because of the color of our skin. We are limited. When you are born with this much melanin or more, you are already behind based on the credit score that you are given, okay? You could be in the same hospital, born on the same day at the same time with someone else who is non-minority or not black, and their credit score is already higher than yours at birth, and you have no concept of even who you are as an individual in the world, yet you got a credit score that's already in what, maybe the 500s? I'm just throwing it out there. Oh shoot, I'd have messed up the cards, but that's okay. It's whatever. Queen of Wands, thank you. Strength. Knight of Wands, finally some feminine energy that is moving fast. Let me see here. We got all 4 knights on the board. Okay. Oh no, we don't have Knight of Swords. Okay. It's okay. We've got the Knight of Cups, Knight of Pentacles, and the Knight of Wands. So, feminine energy is all about receiving. As far as the beginning, all the way back to the beginning of the reading, we've been getting nothing but masculine energy. 7 of Swords, 4 of Cups, Death, Emperor, King, Knight, Queen, Strength, and Wand. And that is where this Leo yellow energy is showing up. Queen of Wands, she acts fast, okay? She does not wait for anyone to tell her what she needs to do in order to get things moving. She knows what she is passionate about. And as a queen, I'm sure she's passionate about other people and being giving to those who don't have it. The Strength card. She has a wreath around her head and around her waist. And it is giving me what? Christmas vibes. Okay? That is the season that we are in. That is the after Thanksgiving. That's where everybody will be. But if you've been to the store, the only people who benefit off of Thanksgiving, as far as major companies, are the grocery stores. Everywhere else is giving you Christmas decorations, right? Exactly. This Leo energy is telling you to have courage when you choose how to show compassion. She is showing compassion to this lion, an animal that is known or thought to be elusive, wild, untamed, scary, liable to attack. But that is not what's happening here. She is petting and caressing and showing compassion to the lion. And in return, the lion provides protection. Knight of Wands, more fast movement, more fast movement. We are out here. We are giving. We are sharing. Nothing can stop you from following your inner truth and giving to those who are in need. I see 3 pyramids in the background of this Knight of Wands. Tell me something about these three pyramids here. What is it that needs to be said? Ooh, 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 ooh. Four of Wands. Partner up. The pyramids weren't built by one person. A group of Africans had to get together to build the pyramids. Okay? More wreaths, more decorations as we prepare for the holidays. Teamwork makes the dream work. I'm going to get some of this Astro Soul really quickly. Checking out the time. It's funny because I saw 21, which is 3 pyramids. What does this mean as a collective, as a whole, for the next generation? Because the children born between 2019 and 2026 will have this level of compassion. Practical levels of compassion. Neptune, 8th house, and Mars. Inspiration, dreams, spirituality, and delusion. 8th house is all about transformation, and Mars is about the willpower, desire, fortitude, and rage. Sometimes people are going to have to get angry, okay, to make change. That is what inspires them, their dreams. Sometimes we live in a world where we think, in a bubble where we think, oh, we take things like food, water, shelter, electricity, and clothing for granted. And these children of this generation dream that everyone has access. Pyramid. Devotion and 7th house. Scorpio and Pluto are in the 8th house, followed by Mars, which rules Scorpio, and Aries. Fire and water make steam, okay? Sometimes you need steam to power you like a steam engine. Trine, pyramid, 120. Ease, talent, development, privilege, aptitude, self-comfort, temper, laziness, and intelligence. Now, I'm not going to say that this generation has it easy, but the change itself will be easy because they will be devoted. 7th house is, I relate, partnerships. And I told you that you have to get together. You have to team up with someone else or another group in order to do so. Sometimes you can't do community service on your own. You have to go into an organization and work as a group at the food bank. Sometimes they don't want individual people. They want people to come in as a group. Some of you belong to churches where you can volunteer, or you can volunteer as a group with your other church members in the local community. Seventh house is ruled by Libra and Venus. So that is all about agreements, societal and business partnerships. You have to be devoted to change. Colin Kaepernick, he did not fold. He is still devoted to the exact same goal he was when he was playing football. When he knelt and took that first knee, he is still doing the work. Martin Luther King had a dream that he was devoted to. And that he was committed to transform society as a whole. He had the willpower. You have to have the mental fortitude to move through this rage of these court cases where the defendant is found not guilty. You have to take that rage and use it in other ways to make change. Because I can guarantee you that Kyle Rittenhouse, the way that judge has not been paying attention and defending him, even though that's not even his job. Practical change starts on the ground floor. We have to support each other and build a community, a tribe. That is what this YouTube channel is for. That is what my Instagram is for. You can build online communities to be the change that you seek. We're going into this metaverse. Is that a good or a bad thing? We have to go back to practical ways of giving if we want to truly move forward. We can't go to Mars if we're not taking care of Earth. We can't colonize the moon if we're not taking care of Earth. You can't move up if you're not grounded, if you have no roots. That is both physically, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. How can you grow spiritually if you're not grounded? A tree can't grow without roots. You need to be planted firmly in this moment, in your current community, in your current position if you want to move forward. A king, no. A page cannot become the emperor unless he goes out into the community and fight as a knight. Then you must spend time leading the people as a king. And then you become an emperor. Same thing for the empress. You cannot be the empress if you are just a page, not willing to go out and show the people who you really are. Then you become queen. You have to win over the people if you want them to follow you as a leader. Then you become the empress, the nurturer, the giver, the compassionate one. You have to know where you come from if you want to see where you are going. $120. 1 plus 2 plus 0 is 3. 3 is the magic number, okay? This is only the 3rd year of the Uranus in Taurus transit. I mean, I'm just saying. I'm just saying. And 3 might not have come up in this reading, but we got 3 out of 4 nights. And because we had the Knight of Cups, the Knight of Pentacles, and the Knight of Wands, no Knight of Swords, because we're not thinking about it. We're not thinking about putting things into action. We're actually out here doing it. Three is all about manifestation. Okay. Understanding. All right. Well, that's all I got. But we might revisit this since it's such a long transit. Okay. 2026, we still got some time. We got 5 or 4.5 more years. So we'll see what happens. Okay. All right, y'all. Peace.